Welcome to Yoga for Everybody. Says it all, really. Everybody. We have this body. We need to deal with it in some way or shape or form. So we're going to start lying down today, just to get into that embodied state. So get yourself comfortable on the ground, on your mat. If you're not comfortable lying flat, you can always lie semi-supine, that's okay. Sometimes, not everybody finds that particularly comfortable lying flat. And then often after a little while, you end up sliding your legs away and you're a bit more comfortable because you've kind of just prepared yourself a little bit. So lying on the ground, have a little bit of shuffle around, put the arms away from the sides, palms facing the ceiling, close the eyes, just tuck the chin in slightly and we'll just feel what it is to have this body. So we breathe into the nostrils, have a sigh out through the mouth. And this is it's a good moment, in the middle of the day, just to have a pause and just have a break from the busy and just come back to yourself, back to your body, so that the rest of your day can be that much better. That's the hope. I'm going to chant the mantra Om 3 times, just to vibrate this body and feel its connection to this earth and to the air above, the sky above, the earth below. Breathing into the nostrils. So starting from the inside, vibration in the body, but also feeling a sense of the outside in that connection to the earth. And then we're going to give ourselves a full extension, taking the arms above the head, pointing the toes, bringing the legs together. Give yourself a full extension, breathing into the body. Feel that waist, that abdominals, get a nice bit of extension there. Opening the whole body up, breathing in through the nostrils, breathing out, push the heels away. Using the nostrils to breathe in and out of. Breathing in, point the toes. Breathing out, push the heels away. Let's do that one more time. Breathing in, point the toes. Breathing out, push those heels away. Let's just eat one side at a time. See how stiff and how inflexible the sides are. So we take hold of the left wrist with the right hand, and we keep that left heel pushed away so that toes are coming towards you, still staying on the ground, and we relax that right leg. So just give it a little bit of a rock side to side, just to remind it hasn't got to do anything now, it just has to relax. Breathing in to the left side of the body, really focusing on this left side, particularly the left waist there. And as you breathe out, push the heel away and just gently guide that arm up and over the head, and then bring it over the head. So you become like this banana shape. And while that's happening, let the head roll over. So the face is just kind of settling and resting on the upper right arm there, like a little pillow. And this also releases the left side of the neck. So every inhale, feel the air filling the left side of the body. And on the exhale, we lengthen, pushing the heel away, the left foot, maybe even tightening the left buttock slightly. And extending through that left arm and taking it over the head. Just really enjoy that openness we're creating by our intention, effort, and the breath, of course. One more breath in. And release. Just let it go and just notice how it feels. Just give both the legs a little bit of a rock. Arms on the ground, but comfortably. So comfortably, you need to have a slight bend in the elbows there. Then take hold of the right wrist with the left hand. So we're keeping that left side relaxed. Now we're going to engage the right side by pushing the right heel away, drawing the toes towards you. Breathe into the right side. deeply. And as you exhale, just pushing the right heel away, taking the arm upwards and over the head. Let the head roll over. So the head's resting on the upper left arm. Right side of the neck is more relaxed and open. Every inhale, fill that right side with space, with air, with breath. Every exhale, pushing the right heel away, tightening the right buttock even slightly, and extending right into the right arm, up to the wrist, into that right side, also into the right armpit. Breathing deeply. One more breath in. And release that right arm. So both arms relaxed on the ground, little bend in the elbow. Just rock both legs just to release them a little bit. And then we'll just breathe in through the nostrils, lift the back off the ground. So it's almost like sticking the tummy out as you breathe in. As you breathe out, push the back into the ground and just draw the knees up. And that's going to feel good after all that extending. Oh, nice little release, rocking side to side on the lower back. Releasing. Now we're just going to circle the knees a little bit just to get in touch with the knees. Looking at the knees and also touching the knees. This also brings our attention into things, physical touch and where our eyes go. So taking the hands around the front of the knees there. As you inhale, take the knees away, extend the arms. As you exhale, draw the knees in, lift the head up towards the knees. So we're really getting that full bend in the spine. Inhaling, taking the knees away. Exhaling, drawing the knees in. So just continue this slowly and smoothly. Inhale, make space for the air. Really inhale fully. And then really, as you breathe out through the nostrils, exhale fully. Squeeze all the breath out. Inhaling and exhaling. Really taking your time. You'll notice also as you're coming into this is, very, very lengthened back, very supported, very straight. Everything is in touch with the ground. And this is very curved. You're making yourself as small and curved as possible. So even the tail comes off the ground as much as possible. If you want to, we can extend this even more by taking the arms above the head on the inhale and taking the knees away a little bit further before coming back to this little seed. Breathing out, squeezing out the air, curving yourself up. Inhaling, the head reaches the ground. We inhale, we take the arms up, and you can really, the furthest you can take it, obviously, is extending the legs without putting them on the ground, if you can manage that. Otherwise, you don't have to go that far. You can just go somewhere in between that on the inhale, but always coming back to this exhale, this full kind of curve in the spine, lifting the head off the ground. Inhale, you choose how far you want to take the legs away. So extension or expansion and contraction. Expansion is always followed by contraction. Contraction is always followed by expansion. And if we can become aware of this in our lives, then we probably don't get so concerned when things get a bit stuck. When we get a bit stuck, if we acknowledge and accept that, like a little seed, then we can allow the expansion part, allow the emerging, because there's information in that contraction. So like this last one, going inwards and coming outwards, inwards and outwards. We start on the inside and we start to move out, and we hug the knees again, draw a circle with the knees just to get into that back, just to ease out and acknowledge this very important area of the body. Often, get lots of aches and pains, little twinges in this area. So we need to keep it very supple, very toned, very juicy, very alive. And movement will do that. Movement, but mindful movement in particular with the breath. Let's extend the heels up to the ceiling, extend the fingers up to the ceiling, and let's rotate the wrists and ankles all at the same time. So we're drawing big circles with the big toes, and also let's rotate the other direction, drawing big circles with the index fingers and all the and also the fingers on the hands. And then we're just going to let that be a little bit more kind of floppy. So this is like spaghetti arms and legs, just giving them a little bit more freedom, as if the spaghetti's in a pot of hot water and it's just become very kind of floppy. And then we hug our knees. So a bit of energy coming into the body. Bring the soles of the feet to the ground. Going to come into a bridge. So bring the hands either side of the body. Feet, hips width apart, close to the buttocks. So really creep those feet in. The heels really close to the buttocks. But make sure there's space between them. Hands flat down, reaching down to the bottom of the mat. Chin tucked in as tightly as you can. Exposing the back of the neck there. Now use that inhale and draw up the pelvic floor to lift off the ground, and the exhale rolling the spine down. So we're really making this very fluid, very energized, laying that spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae, and lifting up, but drawing the pelvic floor upwards. It's like drawing up Mula Bandha, you're familiar with that. It's a similar sense to the pelvic floor. So whichever you feel you understand, you can practice. Breathing in, drawing up, opening the front of the body, really feeling the knees are going away from you and the chest is coming towards your chin. So we're opening the whole front of the body, and these hip flexors need that opening as well. And also just checking that your knees are staying an even distance apart. So that might require a little bit of more strength and control in the thighs to keep that even space between the knees. Chin is tucked in all the time. And if you want to, you can move the arms as well. So we can have this variation, inhaling, this more expansive movement, and exhaling, rolling down. Of course, with this one, you don't have the support of the arms as you come up, but you do have the kind of openness in the chest from lifting the arms up. So it's your choice. You can try both. You can even alternate if you want to. So inhaling and exhaling. So we're going to come up and hold this now. So coming up into that bridge, opening, pushing into the feet, pushing into the backs of the arms, and try and get the shoulders a bit closer together. This will help. It will really open the chest up. If you can, bring your hands together. You can interlink the fingers and press on the backs of the arms there. The other thing you can try in this position, you want to use this more stable pelvic floor rather than the buttocks, then come up onto the toes, release the buttocks, draw up the pelvic floor, then bring the heels down. It feels very different. You've got that inner support. So there's a little tip there. Keep the chin tucked in and breathe. Every inhale coming a little higher. Take the hands away, breathe in, and as you breathe out, roll the spine down. And it feels so good after having that big front opening. Now hug the knees, really good counter pose there, and just do whatever you want to here, rock and roll, draw circles, just kind of get into those areas that need a little bit of attention. Bring the hands behind the knees. I'm going to rock along the length of the spine now. Have a bit of fun. Do this a few times, as long as there's no pain. Some people, with the coccyx sticking out, this is not possible. So if that's you, don't worry, just come to seated. So we're coming to seated. And we're going to bring soles of the feet together and have a little rock here. So you can just holding the ankles here. Might have a little rock side to side. See how this feels, just to kind of rock into this cobbler position. So holding either the ankles, if that feels better for you, or if you can reach to get hold of the toes. So this is something to work against. You've got something to hold, so you can, whatever you're holding, you're lifting the chest. So you've got something to work against, if you like. So lifting the chest, taking the shoulders down, back and down. So we're trying to create this spaciousness across the front of the chest, and also lifting the back of the neck, lifting the back of the head there. So you're taking your shoulders back as if they're going to press against a wall, imaginary wall behind you. So really sitting up tall. You should feel this in your abdominals, because this lift, it's not just sticking the chest out. That's not really doing that much. It's lifting. This helps to engage the abdominals. So they're supporting the back. And it's all everything is kind of working mechanically together in opposition and in support. And then we're going to bring the knees down. See if we can get the knees to just relax down to the sides. And in effect, what we're doing is opening the hips. Breathing with that. Breathe into the front of the body there as you inhale. And releasing, feel the knees are coming down to the sides. And then we'll just go a little bit of bounce, bouncing the knees, so the butterfly movement, just to bring a bit of ease there. And then lift the knees up. Hug the knees, let your face fall to the knees. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. We're going to do a little twist now. So we just extend that right leg, and you can either have this foot, this left foot on the ground with a space of, let's say, a hand in between the foot and the leg, so this space here, or if you're okay in the hips and you're able to, you can take that foot onto the other side of your leg, but trying to get that foot on the ground there. So we take the left hand as support, just close to the back, but just behind you. So now we inhale, we reach up that right arm, and we're also lifting the chest. And then we take that elbow onto the knee. So we're kind of, the inside of the elbow is on the knee and hugging that thigh towards you. Inhale again, so lifting from the chest and the crown of the head. And as you exhale, you're just turning to the left, holding onto that leg. Keeping the shoulders down, keeping the head on top of the body. It's the same thing as if your foot is on the inside of the leg, you're doing the same thing. Just a bit stronger if you have your foot on the outside. And we're trying to keep that foot quite close to the body as well. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath in and untwist to the front. See how that feels. Lift the leg up and over, or keep it where it is. Then lift the right knee, hug both the knees. Good. And then lift the head up. Extend the left leg away now. So same thing on this side, on the other side. If your foot's on the inside, so it's a hand space really between the foot and the leg. So you just put your hand there and bring that foot quite close to the body. If it's okay, you can take it to the other side of the leg, but the foot has to be on the ground there. Inhale. So the right hand is behind you there, just rests on the ground. You might be on your fingers, you might be on your full palm. Inhale, lift the arm up, look at that hand, and then we take the inside of the elbow, it comes down and sits on the knee, and then holding the thigh. Inhale again, lifting the chest, and as you exhale, we're just turning towards the right and looking right around. Keep dropping the shoulders, keep the head on top of the body rather than leading with the chin. Keep the chin slightly tucked in. So you'll feel this in that spine, twisting, trying to keep that knee close to your body, giving it a squeeze if you like. Now this is very revitalizing for the spine. Breathing deeply will also help that along. One more breath in and untwist to the front and lift the leg up over the knee. Lift the other knee, rest round the back, and let's take a breathe into the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth, release the back of the neck. Just let the back relax and breathe out through the mouth. So we're going to come on to all fours now. And a simple cat-cow practice again for the spine. We're really energizing the spine today. So taking the hands and really planting them on the ground, fingers spread wide, making sure the elbows are not locked. So this is the difference. Locked elbow, softened elbow. See how that has an impact on the openness of my chest and also the engagement of the arms. So as you inhale, you're going to look forwards and have that chest opening. So the shoulders drop down. On the exhale, you're tucking the tailbone under, we're arching up through the spine, bringing the chin to the chest. On the inhale, you start by lifting the tail. So it's a ripple that comes up through the spine, we're making the spine nice and long, and that continues as the chest lifts. You want to imagine the heart is flying up to the ceiling. So we're exposing it, expanding the front of the chest, looking up. Exhaling, first of all, the base of the spine, then it ripples up through the spine. So finally, the chin comes to the chest, you're looking back at the thighs. The inhaling, lifting the tail, rippling up, opening the chest, looking forwards. So what we're really doing is arching like an angry cat, the spine, and then flattening, but try and keep this movement fluid and flowing. So there's no kind of stopping. When we come to the full arch, for example, on that exhale, it rolls into the inhale. The tail just lifts. Just checking your hands are still fully engaged with the ground. The knuckles aren't lifting. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Just keeping your attention on keeping the flow even and steady, keeping the breath even and steady. Of course, being on the knees, you know, if it's painful, then just use a blanket underneath them or roll the mat up. You know, really support yourself in your practice. Otherwise, you're going to not want to do it. Make it comfortable for yourself. Adapt it, modify it. And also then, you know, you're not doing it because I can't go on my knees. Make it possible for you to go on the knees. We're making it softer. And then potentially, maybe the knees will improve or become have a little bit more ease in them. So the next time you find yourself opening the chest, looking up, inhale, and you exhale, sit back into the heels. Slide the hands away, bring the forehead to the ground. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth, let it go. Just opening the backs of the shoulders into the ribs. Inhaling, opening the wings, feel the back ribs expand with your breath. And out through the mouth. We're going to come up into downward dog here. So first of all, coming to all fours. Keeping the hands where they are. Breathing in, tuck the toes under. Breathing out, lift the knees off the ground. We're pushing back into the heels. Maybe we can, if the legs feel a little bit stiff, we can just take one heel at a time. Bending one knee and pushing the other heel down. Just pedaling or walking the dog if you like. And then just see, it doesn't matter if the heels don't come down, really focus on getting the length from the fingertip to the base of the spine. Strong legs, strong thighs, strong arms, soft elbows, open between the shoulders. Now we're going to just take a little side step in with the right foot. And we're going to lift the left foot off the ground. Make a long line from the fingertip to the point of the toe. And breathe. Bring that left foot down. And just let it meet that right foot. Now as you inhale, you're going to lift the right leg, pushing through the hands, and extending right into the right toe, just livening up the legs, and the whole body, of course. Bringing that right foot down, taking a moment there, and then walking the feet towards the hands. Bend the knees, and just let your body hang. Breathe out through the mouth. Have a little sway here. Take the weight from the right to the left slowly. Just freeing up the back. Turn the head as if you're saying no. Just free up the neck. Really just feel that ease and release. Breathe in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. Now come to a stillness and feel the energy in the base of the spine is lifting you. You're breathing in and out the whole time. You're slowly rolling up. Your knees are staying bent. As the back starts to lift, you just take the tail underneath you. So you feel that's kind of rising up from a firm base, lifting the chest as you come to standing. Roll the shoulders back. Rolling a few times, breathing in and out. Open. How nice it is to be. Come to standing, you know, coming to standing from a more relaxed place, and then forwards with the shoulders. And see how your body feels. Good. Rolling forwards with the shoulders. Good. And then we're going to just energize the body a little bit. Although it's a little bit energized, we're just going to do one of these. Bring the sides of the feet together. Inhale, lift the arms up, interlink the fingers. Stretch up, inhaling, lift the heels high, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the arms together, hold the breath in. We're going to hold this a little while, a few counts. So really build up your battery. And then breathe out very, very softly through the nostrils, coming down slowly, 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 slowly. Good. And then take the feet apart, shoulder width, bend the knees, and just turning on our center, letting the arms be free. So the arms are totally free, nice and heavy through the arms. And even extend that twist so you're looking right behind you, bending into the knees, letting the arms come right around, smacking the backs of the hands, smack into the lower back, coming up onto the toe as you turn to look right behind you. Just feel that freedom and loosening. And also the spiraling and the circling come to a stillness. Let's just emphasize that little bit of energy by taking the backs of the hands onto the lower back. Wake it up. And also spinal focus today. And just give the back a little rub there. Come on, touch the hips. A little bit of stimulation. Wake them up. And then bring those fingers to the chest. Let your sound out. Yeah, enjoy that feeling. And also we just rub the sides so you feel those tops of the ribs there, just rubbing the sides a little bit. Good energy points there, stimulating. Then we take the right hand onto the left shoulder, sweep a diagonal across the middle of the body and off the right hip. We'll do that 3 times. That's the second one. Onto the left shoulder, across the body. Oh, this feels good today. Left hand on the right shoulder, sweep across, right across on the diagonal. Even watching that hand slightly, just to kind of really emphasize that movement, acknowledging oneself. 3 sweeps across the body. Hands in front and behind, lively up. The hands lively. Yes, waking up our energy. And let's just come into a little cross crawl, lifting the left knee, meeting it with the right hand, and then the opposite. So these are cross lateral movements. We're getting everything connected up, getting the energy flowing more usefully, more beneficially. So our practice just becomes more easeful, becomes more natural. Okay. And then we take the leg out to the side. And the other arm, the opposite arm, comes over the head. So we get this lovely movement, openness in the side body. Breathing, keeping that uprightness of the spine, keeping that crown constantly lifted. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, keeping that flow of energy. Good, okay. And let's just do one more of these. We're going to just open up. So as we lift the right elbow and open it out, so you can just do this almost like opening up a wing. The opposite knee lifts. So we get this nice, we try and do this at the same time, we get this lovely opening. So you can just lift and open the knee at the same time, the opposite arm is coming out. And then we do the opposite side, lifting and opening. So become more open, more receptive. Yeah. Good. Coming more into balance, you know, in balance, we open up the energy flow, we open, we move. Naturally, the body finds a bit more equilibrium and balance. Of course, the mind does as well. Good. Now let's just sweep out anything that's been kind of stirred up. Feet hips width apart with a half breath. Inhale, lift up through the nostrils and knees are bent. This is very kind of throw that out. Throw it out, we don't need it. Inhale. Or it might be a better way of describing it. We're just kind of helping things move through us. Breathing in. Out through the mouth. Let the arms swing. One more. So make it a really nice, strong one. Inhale, vital energy. Out through the mouth, all the trash. Good. And swing the arms. Take a moment just to stand. Just look at your feet. Get the feet nice and parallel. Really just take a little moment just to really feel and find your feet. You know, we say that someone's finding their feet. And it's a good thing to keep practicing, finding my feet. So I look at them, I lift the toes up, lifting them, peeling them off the ground. Try and spread the toes out as well. And we bring the toes down. Then we lift the heels up high, pushing off those toes, strong feet. And then we will slowly lower them down. And feel the feet, take a look at them. Okay, nice and grounded, just feeling the body. Everything is rising up from the soles of the feet. Feel a sense of grounded, So softness in the knees, slight pelvic tilt, a lift in the chest, so the front of the body here from belly button to sternum is lengthened. You know, when we have this, we kind of collapse, back is rounded, shoulders are rounded, and actually how we feel is more kind of inwards. We're not available, present, able to receive. And we're lifting up also through the crown. And we have a sense of that silver thread from the very top in the middle of the head, lifting and connecting us to the universe. And the soles of the feet going down, roots going down from the root into the earth. So we're earthed, but we're also connected and we're also centered. Close your eyes for a second to feel that for a second. Breathe in and out through the nostrils and just feel that sense of I'm grounded, I'm present, connected, and centered. The more we practice this in our yoga, then we can actually use this, bring this into our life when we're feeling all over the place in chaos. We just stand in Tadasana or sit and find that center, find that ground, find that connection. Good. Okay, so now we have that ground and center. We're going to bring this into some standing postures. So come to the front of the mat. We're going to come into Warrior Two, a big stance. Because we form the legs up, so we bring the weight onto the left foot and we take a big step back with the right foot. Nice big step. Don't forget, this is not a right angle. The toes are pointing slightly forward. And then we level the hips square, looking at the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Drop the shoulders, lift the chest. Feel that vitality there. Inhale. Let's move in and out, shall we? It's a nice way of doing this. So as we breathe out, the knee comes forward. Notice it's only going as far as just above the ankle. So I have to kind of anchor that right foot to keep that in place. Inhale. So that anchoring, you know, anchoring doesn't keep us kind of locked or bound. It just keeps us, it just anchors us, keeps us steady. It's like, imagine a boat, it's anchored. It can still move around, but it's not going to drift off. It's not going to go too far. You know, I wasn't anchored, I'd be doing this. And then that doesn't feel good. I don't feel stable. So it creates that stability. And also we're really using that right leg much more usefully. And there's a balance, there's a center to this. So looking down the left arm, inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, just checking also that you're not letting that left knee, as it bends, come inwards, so collapsing, I'll call that collapsing. Instead, really follow the line of the toes. Also make sure the back arm, that right arm isn't collapsing and kind of, right, she's not looking, I'm gonna just get lazy. So instead we keep that really vital, this long, energetic line. Powerful dynamic between the fingertips. It just feels much more interesting. And actually, you know, in a strange way, it feels less tiring. If we're having the arms just holding them, this is the difference. I'm already just after one of these movements, I'm feeling like, oh, I'm holding my arms up. Here, vital. Good. This feels completely different. One more breath in. Let's come into the Warrior Two and hold it for a second. Really feel the balance between the feet. So feel the slight pull back on that right arm, looking down the left arm, dropping the shoulders, lifting the chest. Strong here in the belly, pointing the tailbone down. So this whole area is power and holding you. Draw up the pelvic floor. This will create much more stability as well. Yeah, this is a powerful position. It's very stable and strong. It's a square, based on a square. Come up on the inhale. Soft arms on the exhale. Bend into the right knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Take a moment there. In fact, let's have a little bit of a shake of the legs because that was a strong one. So we just give the knees a little shake. Hips and shoulders. Let some sound out. It's a quick one to reset. Weight on the right foot. Big step back with the left. Let's take a great big step. Get the feet right. So not at a right angle, pointing forwards, and get the hips square and pointing to the front edge of the mat. Inhale, or the long edge of the mat rather. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Let's do this side now. Inhale. Exhaling, bending into that right knee, anchoring that left leg. Inhaling. And exhaling. Let's feel. How does my energy feel? You know, if we're not kind of paying attention and being aware and being curious and interested, then, you know, doing these movements over and over, it becomes boring, repetitive. So we have to keep taking the layers away, going deeper, breathing out. We're really feeling that right knee go forward, left heel pushing back, strong left thigh. Keep lifting the chest, constantly taking your mind around your body so that it's really staying aware, you know, checking that knee is not collapsing inwards. So we're really paying attention. And again, when we do this in our yoga practice, this increases our awareness of ourself, of our body, how it moves, our proprioception, and also our interior experience, the introception, our awareness of our interior as well as exterior. Breathing out, breathing in. Let's see if we can hold this pose now. Breathing in and breathing out. Really sink into this posture. Feel the length of the spine, feel the point of the tailbone down, strong belly, strong center. Lift the chest, drop the shoulders, looking down that right arm, really steady, stable, square. Come up on the inhale, and the arms float down on the exhale. Just feel that softness. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Give us a little shake up, knees going, hips, shoulders. Good. And we're coming to a squat to release lots of hip action today. So we come into the squat. If the heels are on the ground, that's fine. If they're off the ground, put something underneath them, support them. A blanket, cushions, blocks, whatever you have. Adjust the feet, you know, find the position that works for you. Maybe you need to go wider, or maybe you need to change the position of the toes. You know, it's good to experiment with these things. And then let the body come between these knees and hang there, back of the hands on the ground. Breathe in, let the head go, as if the head's going to fall into the hands. It's just like completely released position. In through the nostrils, breathe, and out through the mouth. Feel your head is falling closer and closer to the ground. Feel the release on the back of the neck, the back of the shoulders, where the shoulders meet the neck. Such an important area. We really carry a lot in our shoulders. And this, of course, goes into the neck, creating all sorts of problems. And of course, then, you know, into the head, headaches. Breathing in and out through the mouth. Lift the head up slowly, bring the hands together, pushing the elbows onto the inside of the knees, lifting the chest. So you're kind of growing up out of your body there. Lovely kind of sense. It's like a little frog, if you like. Lifting the back of the neck, lifting the crown. If you find yourself falling backwards, then again, you can always put something under the heels to take the weight forwards, or perch up on a bolster or a very small little stool or something that you have. That's also possible, particularly, you know, if you're working with squat and you're quite away from the ground. Start by sitting on a low stool or a bolster, and then gradually making it work for you. Now bring the hands to the ground, push off the hands, come into ragdoll, knees are bent, hanging. For a breath or two, inhale through the nostrils, let it all go on the exhale through the mouth. And then feeling that pull on the base of the spine, let the knees stay bent, they come forwards, and you kind of let the base of the spine come underneath you so that you roll up through it, and it feels very supported, and you're lifting the chest. Give the back a little rub. After that, because it feels good. And we're going to come into a balance now. We're going to come into dancer. So bring the weight onto the left foot. Really send the weight, send the roots down. Bending that left knee. Taking the right foot off the ground and into the right hand. Outside grip, thumb going forwards, or inside grip. You can choose, thumb going backwards. Inhaling, so you touch the thumb and the first finger together and let those other fingers just spread out. Looking directly forwards, find that Dvishti point, that point you want to focus your eyes on. Inhale, lift the left arm, lift the chest, exhaling, taking the chest, leading with the chest. The arm is just staying in position there. And then once you're as far forward as you can go, you can start straightening up through that left leg, not locking the knee, but using the strength in the leg, and then taking the heel away from the backside. Breathe deeply. The right toe is going to the ceiling. Try not to grip with the toes on the ground. Try and just really feel all the movement happening in the foot. So the ankles, this requires, flexibility and strength in the ankle there, which will, of course, increase with practice, with this kind of balanced practice, particularly if we stop gripping with the toes. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the left arm and dropping that right foot down. Just shake the limbs now. Legs, arms. Yeah, good. Bring the weight onto the right foot. So really look at the toes, spread them out, and just coming into a bent knee, and then standing up through that, taking the left foot off the ground, holding outside grip or inside grip. Do the same thing you did on the other side. It's usually helpful. The thumb and the first finger connected, Jnana Mudra. Inhale, lift the right arm up, lift the chest. And exhaling, taking the chest forward, looking at a point, a still point on the wall in front of you. Keeping that focus, keeping the breath moving in and out through the nostrils. And then taking the left heel away from the backside. The left toes are coming up to the ceiling. And we're trying to ungrip the toes of the right foot, the toes that are on the ground. And instead relying on the strength and the breath and all the little movements that are keeping us in balance. Good. Use the inhale to come back up. Exhale, lower that right arm down, lower the left leg. Give everything a little shake. Limbs shake, arms shake. So we'll find a little moment here just to restore. So something slower and softer after that intensity. Bring the hands together, standing into Tadasana, the mountain. Feet, just check them again. The hips width apart and parallel. Soft knees, lifted chest, hands together. We're going to come into our gratitude prayer. Inhale. As you exhale, the fingers point down to the ground. They're still staying, keeping the hands together, and we're looking down as well. The inhale, the hands come away from each other. So we're extending into the fingers. Really expand the hands as well. Really make that a big receptive movement. And so the hands come together above the head, the palms, and we look at them. And then we take that line, that beautiful line right through the center on the exhale. And they're pointing down to the ground. So this receptivity, increasing our receptivity, receiving everything the universe has to give us, has to offer us, and making good with it. Everything has something useful, something good in it, even the things we think can't possibly. So we feel grateful. Notice what you feel appreciative and grateful of. What is it you love? What is it you're feeling so good about? And also, with that, if there's, I can't really think of anything, there's nothing special happening. Well, you could think about if you didn't have things that you have, that if you didn't have them, you would really, really be very sad and very, it would be a big problem. So I'm just thinking of my health. Having my health, which I'm constantly grateful for now, particularly after having COVID, really emphasize that point. So just let yourself be grateful for everything you possibly can. And this opens up a channel for receptivity, so it's really worth doing, and it does shift one's sensibility and how you feel. So making this the last one and letting the hands rest at the heart center, making sure you're not locking your knees, keep everything receptive and open, keep everything juicy and available. Closing the eyes, pressing the hands together lightly, so there's very much awareness between the hands and that balance between the two. Sense of balance, breathing in and out through the nostrils. Good. And release the hands down. We're going to come into this half sun salute. I'm coming to the side so you can see this better. So we begin breathing in, lift the arms up, look up and lift the chest. See this lifted, elevated feeling. And to do that, I also push into the feet. And then exhaling, bending into the knees and touch the ground on the exhale. The inhale, the hands just, but it's led really by the eyes. You're looking up at the ceiling. And then the hands come to around about the kneecaps and we open the chest. So it really creates length in the spine and the legs and the arms. Exhale, keep the legs as they are, so straight. Bring the hands to the ground, looking at the ground. Bend the knees and push up, energy. Reach up for the energy. On the inhale and exhale, the arms come down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, the arms come down, the knees bend, the fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, looking up at the ceiling. Exhale, forward bend, straight legs. Bend the knees. Inhale, reach up. Push up from the ground. Exhale. So good. This is revitalizing. Inhale. Exhale. And it's the breath that does that. You know, we're just moving without really focusing on the breath. Maybe it would be okay, but we'd probably get a bit bored. And we would not connect with our energy in such a useful way. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, leading with the chest and the face. Fingertips touch the ground, bent knees. Inhale, straighten up, lengthen up. Exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees. Inhale, push up from the ground, reach up. Exhale. And this balance of inhale and exhale also develops the energy. It expands the energy. It will make you feel more energized. So rather than doing something, I feel tired after that, it's actually creating more energy available to you. Breathing in, breathing out. And it's all about the breath now. We're keeping that flow of breath. Exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Let's do one more of these. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, strong belly, leading with the chest, knees slightly bent, touch the ground. Inhale, look forwards. Open the chest. Exhale, forward bend fully. Bend the knees now and reach up. This last time, reach up with the hands, look up. Inhaling, exhale, arms come down. Bring the hands together. Just a moment of poise. A little poise and a little pause. That pause, which is so useful in everything, you know, just taking a pause. So even if you don't have a meditation practice, you know, a formal one, or even a mindful practice, then just taking pause every day whenever you, particularly if you're feeling like everything's getting a bit busy and out of control and overwhelming, taking pause. And that could be as simple as just closing your eyes and focusing on your breath for, you know, even half a minute. So we'll come down to the ground. When we come to the front of the mat, we're going to come in and we'll squat. Inhale, lift the arms forwards. Take the shoulders back. Keep the chest lifted, strong in the body. Exhale, take the bottom back. Keep stretching forward with the fingers. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. Keep smiling through the kind of tricky part where you want to give up. Instead, just keep breathing. And we breathe through it. So, and when we breathe through it, it's just training us as well to do this in our everyday life. Breathing, coming to the breath. There's all the information and space that we need there. And we're going to just come to the ground. So we extend the fingers towards the toes, breathing in and out through the nostrils. Breathing in and out constantly, slowly as possible, lowering the body down, slowly as possible. And rolling the spine down, breathing in and out the whole time. And just relaxing the body and letting it land. Back to where we began. How does the body feel now? Do you recall how the body felt at the beginning when we lay on the ground? Does it feel different now? Yeah. So we'll do a little sequence here just to slow everything down and to keep that focus on the breath and also the spine. So we start with the hands, palms down either side of the body. Breathing in, the arms come up. That's the inhale, the whole of the inhale. You feel the chest open as this happens. And then the exhale, we press the back into the ground, we draw the knees up. The inhale, we push the feet up to the ceiling. The exhale, the knees come into the body. The inhale, the legs extend away. You can slide them away by putting your feet on the ground. And the final exhale, the arms are coming through space. Don't hurry any of this. Really try to stay true to the flow of the breath. Breathing in, the arms are coming up. Try and make that as long and steady as possible. And on the exhale, we press the back into the ground, draw the knees up. That's exhaling. Inhale, extension through the legs, push those heels up. Exhale is contraction, drawing the knees into the body. Inhale, extend the legs away. Exhale, arms coming forward. So it's a lovely flowing sequence, very mindful, involving the breath and the whole body. Of course, the body supported from the ground. Inhale, exhale, draw those knees up. Inhale, push the heels up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the knees in. Inhale, extend the legs away. Exhale, arms coming forward through space. Good. Let's do one more of these. Inhaling. And exhaling. Draw those knees up. Squeeze them into the body. Inhale, push the heels up. Legs getting lots of movement today as well. Inhale, exhale, then inhale, extend away. Exhale, slowly, slowly. The arms extended and moving through space, and they rest at the sides of the body. Just let them rest there. Breathing in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Let the arms roll out to the side, palms facing the ceiling for a moment of Tadasana. I think we'll do one more thing here on the ground. So breathe in again. Breathing out, press the back into the ground and draw those knees up. We're going to come into a lying twist here. So hugging the knees, have a little bit of rock and roll first of all. And we're going to take the arms out to the side, palms flat down. Breathe in through the nostrils. As you breathe out slowly through the nostrils, slowly lower the knees down, slowly as you can to the left. Try to keep the knees bent, but rather than having that, the legs sort of floating in space, let them release to the ground. And take the head over to the right side, looking down that right arm. So we've created a lovely twist, an easeful twist through the body. Close the eyes and just feel into that twist. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, trying to slow that breath down and try to come more inside your body. If you find it hard to close your eyes and you don't notice that you're just opening them, looking around, just keep paying attention and take the focus inwards. Developing the inside and the outside. So we started from the inside and worked out. Now we're coming back to the inside. So returning. It's like a nice cycle we've been on today. So now we inhale and lift the knees to center, lift the head to center. And on the exhale, the knees go over slowly to the right. Lower them down slowly. Use a bit of your abdominal strength and take the head over to the left, looking down that left arm, then closing the eyes. Make sure you relax the legs so they're not kind of being held up in space. Be aware of that left shoulder sinking towards the ground. Be aware of the legs and the knees falling towards the ground. Breathe deeply, in and out through the nostrils. Close your eyes. Have that interior experience of your spine. Really even, think about your breath. It's not in your spine, but you can imagine, and it does draw your attention to that. You're breathing into the spine. So you can imagine you're breathing in for the base of the spine. So it's like almost like imagine a straw is sucking up from the base of the spine as you inhale. It travels up through the base, up through the middle of the back, right through the chest, right up through the neck, right through the head, to the top of the head. And then the exhale, and it reverses and goes back down through the spine and out through the base. Spinal breathing. It's a great practice as well. It brings that breath-body connection really fully. And also into the nervous system, of course. Use the inhale to lift your knees to center. Lift your head to center, hug the knees. And have a last little rock and roll around. Here on your back. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. So you can either, we're going to give you a couple of options here. You can either come into Shavasana, if that feels natural for you. Put some space between your feet, space between your arms and your body, palms facing the ceiling. Or if you want to, you have a handy wall, you can get your legs up against the wall. Very restful. Or actually, if you've got a nearby sofa, you can put your legs up on the sofa. Really creates restfulness. And you can even place your hands on your body. If you're doing that, it kind of feels quite nice. Or arms just out the sides. So you have a few options. Just choose what's going to feel good for you today. Whatever you're doing, close your eyes. Let's really settle ourselves into the internal experience, our internal experience. And this is a infinite space within us. We begin with our physical body, just feeling our body on the ground, breathing in and out through the nostrils. And the breath is soft and easy, releasing the jaw, letting a little bit of space appear between the lips. But we're not breathing through the mouth, we're keeping the breath very soft and easy through the nostrils. Eyes are closed. If you find your eyes opening, just close them. Looking inwards, feeling the ground beneath you, Mother Earth holding you always safely, securely, and also nourishing and nurturing you, giving you water, nourishment, and love. And the sky above, Father Sky, throwing light and warmth down, energy, and the air to breathe. Feel yourself held, safe, secure, nourished, nurtured. And give yourself fully to this space and time. And we're coming to the end of our practice today. So, just very slowly in your own time, coming to your seat. So opening your eyes, moving the body, bending and stretching. How does the body feel now after your yoga practice, after your attention and your focus and your efforts? Always good to check in with that. As you come to seated, just looking around, taking in the light, the sunshine, the day, whatever the weather is, knowing there's sunshine behind those clouds, always, isn't that amazing? Rub the palms together vigorously, create some heat and energy between the palms of the hands. And when they've got a bit of heat and energy between them, we bring that heat and energy to the heart center, close the eyes. One last moment inwards before we go out into the world. So let's give that our full attention. Bring to mind your intention, your sankalpa, phrase or sentence that you want to, that encourages you to manifest something within yourself you're working towards, you're moving towards. Your intention. Say that to yourself a few times. And let it be nourished and nurtured by this space, this energy of the heart. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much for your practice.